In this video, let's get started creating the lower portion of our steering wheel. Now this is going to be an easy section because it looks like it's going to be created with a simple arc, but it's also complicated because a lot of the geometry is cut off at the bottom of this picture. Let's get started by creating a sketch on the front face of our steering wheel base, and let's draw some construction lines for reference. I'm going to draw a straight line from the origin, straight down, and from the origin over to about the center point intersection of our steering wheel. Let's give these an angle dimension. Looks like 61 degrees. Let's give this a distance number. Let's try 185. That looks like it falls pretty close to the center of our image. So we can apply an equal relation between these two, and then add one more reference line. I'm going to add a horizontal reference, make sure that this is converted to construction. That will allow us to make sure that we drive our tangency for the arc that we're going to create to make sure when we mirror this across the center line that we don't have any issues in our surfaces. So let's go ahead and use a 3-point arc, snapping to the endpoints and giving it roughly the right geometry. Now it's important to note because this is the center of our steering wheel, applying a tangency with this horizontal line will move our center point of our arc into the center of our origin. So you can use either method to define the arc here that's going to be used for our sweep. I like to use the horizontal line method just to ensure that I have the proper tangency when I go back to mirror this later. Now we can exit the sketch, create a new sketch on our right plane, draw a circle. We're going to make this circle 35 millimeters, which was the same as the upper portion of our steering wheel. And we want to make sure that its center point pierces the arc we created. Now we can use this for a swept surface, grabbing the arc for our path, making sure that we take a look at start-end tangency. Our start tangency we want to make sure is path tangent, end tangency we're going to do path tangent as well. The reason we want to do this is we want to make sure that that relation across this mirror plane is going to be proper. If we remove these tangencies, you can see it actually changes the geometry slightly. So keeping it path tangent should ensure that we don't have any issues when we mirror across that center plane. Just to be sure, let's go ahead and mirror it at this point. We're going to grab our right plane, grab the mirror feature, bodies to mirror, and we want to knit surfaces. If we change the visibility of our edges, rotate this around, we want to make sure that we don't have any bumps or dips when we look at the curvature and the shadows across it. Everything looks good, so I think we can assume that using the path tangent is going to fix any problems that we might have created. That concludes creating the bottom of our steering wheel.